Welcome to the next video of our used gear section. How to buy used gear. We're going to cover our casher's glove today. As you can see, mine's definitely seen some use, so it's a good example of what to look for and what not to look for in gloves. So, first thing we're going to cover is probably the most obvious one. Along this top and these fingers here, we want to make sure the lacing is done decent and that the rivets are still in kind of good condition, or the eyelets. You can relace it, as I relaced mine with skate lace. You just have to be careful how you take it apart and how you put it back together. Parents wanting to save money, be careful about how you do it. Those not wanting to save money, you can go to a hockey shop, get actual proper twine and have them lace it, or even buy proper twine. It is a big job and can be very complex depending on which piece it is. Mine quite often wear it here, and because I'm not so worried about looks, I will do a knot here and then relace this section, do an ugly knot in the back, but that's me personally. You can relace it with skate lace, whatever, many different options. Next thing you want to look for is, in general, the outer leather here. We want it in good shape. We don't want any cuts or holes in it. Some of them can be fixed with shoe glue, but be careful about that. Then as we turn it over, we look at the back side here. I want to make sure this has some decent padding. As it protects my fingers, I want to make sure the palm and all that stuff's in good shape, not too hard because someone didn't dry and care for their glove, not all moldy and gross because again someone didn't care for their glove. We want to make sure all the straps are still there and working. If somebody did some jury rigging to a glove, it can or cannot be a headache. The last thing is we want to make sure it fits well. Stick our hand in, we want to make sure we can close it, open it easy. Decent amount of padding in here. With your lower end gloves, you don't have any padding here. So if you're going to play with some men that can really shoot, you will expect to get a bruised hand. If you have a kid that's learning how to play and there is no padding in here, they're quite often not consistent enough to always get the puck in the pocket, and they get it in the hand, and that's what gives them the stingers and they complain about. Or if you're like me, your kid has some padding, but you blast one on them while you're coaching and hurt their hand. So like parents, make sure your kid has proper palm padding. There's different levels depending on different types of gloves. I know Vaughn, I run a 17 to 19% beef up. I know there's CCM has practice, game, and pro palms. I suggest if you're playing men's league, get a pro palm, break it in, it takes a couple hours. Maybe get a game ready palm, they're pretty good too. For Vaughn, if I'm playing men's league, I want to run a pro palm pad because some guys know how to shoot, some guys don't. When I'm buying a glove, I want to make sure I've got good padding in here. I don't want to buy a glove that has the padding broken down that I can't feel it when I squeeze. Another thing when buying a used glove is make sure it feels right on your hand. This is the Vaughn V4 remade in whatever outer patterns they run for the new line. I love Vaughn because it's custom all the time for me. I love this V4. I've probably been using it, well, since V4 came out. We're at what, V9? So 5 iterations, 6 iterations, maybe we're only at V8. But yeah, it's 2019, so I imagine it's V9. V4 was probably 2014. I still run the same glove. I still get it made custom so that it is the same break because it's the one I like. So you gotta make sure your glove has the proper break for you. Lots of gloves close funny. It might be a more upward close, it might be a more finger close depending on the break, a 60, a 90, a 55, 90, a 600. It's all relative to the angle at which the glove breaks. Everyone's got their own personal preference. It affects your glove position, affects a lot more. The other thing is make sure your pocket's in decent shape. All the stitching here is good. It's not mangled, it's not flattened out like somebody who didn't take care of their glove and left it like this in their bag all the time because they just don't know hockey. I personally like a big pocket so I can see through it. So when I'm catching the puck, I can see. Once I've caught the puck and made a save, I can see that I have it. It's just personal preference. Another thing to make sure is this isn't all folded in and soft. want to always keep it out. Lots of guys are always like pushing their glove in, or they just don't take care of their glove, and there's no stiff plastic in here anymore. It's all been destroyed. It's one thing we want to watch for. That concludes the Coach Johnny video on how to buy a used glove. Hope you find this enjoyable, useful, and helpful. Please leave a like, subscribe, or leave comments. I'll answer them as quick as I can. I hope this helps any parent buying their kid gear. I hope this helps parents communicate with their kids for finding the right feel and fit of gear for them. And I hope this helps any beer leaguer or any up-and-coming player know about and understand proper gear for better fit, because fit is the ultimate thing. Being comfortable and having proper protection matters. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Ain't no time to snooze. I hear the hockey night song playing. Score goals, big hits, let's go. Score goals, big hits, let's go all night now. How much do I like the sport of hockey? Very. When I'm working, get the score on my BlackBerry. I don't make music, on the contrary. I'm making rock'em sock'em hits called Don Cherry. I'm always winning, just call me Trevor Linden. My team is gonna get the cup, and that's the only mission now we're